It's a true superfood. Nearly 3 grams of fiber and protein in a serving. Tons of vitamins and minerals. Vitamin A, C, K, folate, and more. Super trendy, whether curly or flat. The only problem? I don't like it. What? Yes, I think kale is generally bad. But I'm all about superfoods and finding fun ways to incorporate those into my diet, even if I don't love them in their regular form. Today, I've got you 3 sneaky kale recipes. First up, my kale soup. It's super delicious and you won't even know there's any kale in it. In a large pot over medium heat, you are going to saute your onions and sweet potato in a little bit of olive oil just until those onions are translucent, just a few minutes. Then you can add your kale, chickpeas, minced garlic, salt and pepper, low sodium chicken broth, and almond milk. Mix to combine. Cover your pot and allow to simmer for about 15 minutes. After that, you can remove the cover to find your nicely wilted kale. Now it's time to grab your handy dandy immersion blender. Blend all of the ingredients together and be sure to watch out for any splashes because it is hot. Also, if you don't have an immersion blender, you can always use a regular blender or a food processor. You'll just have to do it in batches. Also, you can blend this as creamy as you want, so I like my soup a little bit more chunky, so I just briefly blend. Once blended, you should have a nice, thick, and tasty soup. Don't forget to subscribe for more easy meals every week. Okay, that is hot and savory. How about cold and sweet? Next up, my superfood antioxidant kale smoothie. In your blender goes your cashew milk or milk of choice. I like cashew for creaminess. Your kale, and a quick tip, you can freeze your greens. This will help them keep a little bit longer when you think they're on the way out, and they blend up really nicely when they're frozen. For creaminess, some frozen banana and frozen avocado. If you don't like banana, you can always sub extra avocado. Color to disguise the kale, your frozen blueberries or berries of choice. And for sweetness, a little bit of maple syrup or your sweetener of choice. Blend it on up. Now, I know this is a dark smoothie, but that's just because it is packed with foods that are rich in antioxidants. Generally speaking, the darker in color your foods are, the more nutritious. And I promise, it's so delicious. Pour and enjoy. And finally, let's take a look at my kale guacamole. It is the perfect color to disguise that kale while adding a brilliant texture twist to the classic dip. Thumbs up for guac! In a large mixing bowl, combine 2 ripened and peeled avocados. Use a fork or masher to mash them on up. Once mashed, add in some finely diced or chopped kale and mix to combine. Then add in your diced red onions, diced tomatoes, diced and seeded jalapeno, if you want, cilantro, minced garlic, lime juice, and salt and pep. Again, mix to combine. Chill in the fridge for a couple hours, or if you can't wait, go ahead and devour. This is one of my favorite kale and guac recipes of all time. There you go, kale disguised in 3 delicious recipes. Sweet and savory, hot and cold. Comment below and let me know your favorite way to eat kale. These recipes are available in the PDF download here or in the description box below for my mobile friends. And they're of course on mindovermunch.com. I will see you Thursday for another 2-ingredient takeover recipe, and until then, remember, it's all a matter of mind over munch. I should have had some kale to throw. 2-ingredient takeover.
Yeah.
3 sneaky recipes. In a pot over meat. Pot, right?